Hey everyone, so it seems that Steam China is now online, yay! An inferior product, mind you. I love that the video games journalists are struggling with the question, will Steam International be banned from China? Like, this is a difficult question to answer. No, I'm pretty sure that the people from China are just going to use the inferior product. Obviously, the CCP is going to ban the international, alright? Like, once it's out of the beta phase, people are going to be persuaded by their government to move over. Because China is not a democracy, alright? Like, they don't have the privileges we have in the West. So, that's why Steam China even exists in the first place. Why would you even create an inferior product? And it does go to show that censorship creates inferior products. Now, what does this mean for us? Because at the end of the day, this is what we care. I look at China, I see what's going on, a lot of people are boycotting this. Makes perfect sense. I don't even think that they're boycotting it necessarily from a principle point of view. It's an inferior product. It's got 50 games. Sorry, my bad. I listened to what the journalists told me. They lied to me. It has less than 50 games. A lot of them are demos. But again, it's in the beta phases, so whatever. No, the reality of the situation is that if I was in China, even if I loved the idea of Steam China, I wouldn't make an account there. Like, again, it's an inferior product. Why would you? The international version has 21,000 games. Most people are there. If you want, like I don't use Steam China, so I'm not going to be able to have friends with the Chinese, even if I want to, right? Because it's different clients now. But what I'm trying to say is that how does this affect us? And the initial and logical answer should be it doesn't. However, I'm a little bit more skeptical, and I'm looking at past events, things that have happened to other companies, and places where I do speak with developers from within the company. So I know a little bit of the history. Take Blizzard, for example. Blizzard looks towards China, and do you know what they see with their greedy little dollar eyes? They see potential. They see ways that they can get rich. Because those Chinese people, man, there's a lot of them, and they have the one. And they're like, okay, how can we do business? Because it's not like Germany, for example, where you just sell a product in Germany. No. Communist nation. They have principles. They have standards. So they approach the CCP, and the CCP goes like, all right, Western man, you gullible little baizu, I'm going to make you a deal. I'm going to make you rich. We will allow you to trade in China, sell your Western garbage here. What we want in exchange, however, is that you censor things for us. You do understand that the people at Blizzard don't have any problems with censoring. I mean, they're already censoring right now. Like, every moment they're censoring. Yeah. They don't like the titty. They don't like, misogyny. They don't like any other. They censor on a daily basis. So, like, a little bit more censorship. How is it going to hurt? So it's like, okay, what do you want us to censor? Well, we want you to censor skeletons, necromancy. We want you to censor the booby. Oh, we censored the booby anyway. Oh, I see. And it's kind of funny. Like, if you look at World of Warcraft, they remove the like the way they do the resurrection. Like, someone told me it was really funny from how it was described to me. Like, I forgot the details, but like, you don't technically die. Your player just creates an avatar, and you have to reach a place in order to resurrect. Like, it's really funny. The Chinese version is censored. But anyway, right? Like, you get the point. Like, you need to censor a couple of things in order to do business with China. And the money starts pouring in, and they get a lot of money. Like, oh my God, they're getting wealthy. And then they start expanding. They start opening some headquarters in China. They start making like a StarCraft-themed pinball, and they sell it to the casinos there. They make all of these things, and it's a lot of money. The business is growing. So they invest a lot of money in order to constantly expand in China. And all of a sudden, you see a very World of Warcraft look-alike Chinese game on the market. Pretty sure the people at Blizzard don't like it, but what are they going to do? Are they going to sue? Oh, you're suing? Oh, the CCP might not like that. Might not like that at all. And, they shut the fuck up. They're like, okay, fine. They stole ideas from our game, but all right, just happens. But then the censorship starts becoming more and more. More things require censoring. So what do? Do you say no? Well, you already invested a lot of money expanding there. You already pumped millions of dollars in order to open new headquarters and hire new staff, and you now have an entire infrastructure. What you gonna do? You gotta say no. So when you have a tournament, say Hearthstone, got a Hearthstone tournament, and one of the players that's not even adjacent to Blizzard, it just happens to play Hearthstone really well, but he manages to get to the top, and then he says something about, I don't know, Hong Kong. What do you think Blizzard is going to do? Who are they going to side with? The Westerner? The Westerner is weak. He is very weak and pathetic. He doesn't have a government that can ban the corporation. Doesn't have that. They're going to side with China. China is very strong. Right? China cares about their values and morality. So they're going to make a statement. It's like, oh yes, in order not to offend our community, blah, blah, blah. And then the Westerners call them out. But again, who cares? The Westerners are weak. They're pathetic. They don't have the purchasing power of China. And you end up with a lot of ridiculous things where you get Blizzard showing off, oh, we got this new character in Overwatch. Do you know what's so cool about them? They're gay. They lick pussy. Hey, they're a gay, an LGBT character. Oh my god, that's so cool. We're going to make a comic about them. Very progressive. And then when they ship the character in China, they remove the voice lines that make the character LGBT. They remove all of the aspect that the Chinese don't like the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party band. They straightened those characters out quite interestingly, right? And that's what it means to do business with China. Hopefully, this is not the same with Steam, because it's probably why Steam wants to have Steam China and Steam International, so they don't do this bullshit. Which, in my opinion, this is a great idea. I don't mind if a company does business with China, by the way. But I do mind when a company just like Blizzard signals how progressive they are, and they have all of these promotions where they say, oh, we're very progressive and we're friends with the LGBT people, just not in China. Where LGBT activism would actually be needed. But again, China is too strong. They definitely no. Too much money coming in from China. Way too much money for us to jeopardize it with some activism. No, we do it in the West, where everyone agrees, where everyone is on board. But we do it there. Notice how all of these companies like Blizzard didn't do activism before gay marriage was a thing, when they could actually do some good, when there was some controversy going on. Nowadays, all of them are doing it, except for China. Yeah, so what do I think about Steam China? I think in the future, you're going to have to link your real face and your real name to it. I think the Communist Party is going to monitor how much you're playing. They actually have this thing with their social credit score. You're not allowed to play too much video games. You're not allowed to spend way too much time playing video games. You have to limit the time you're spending. I thought that's can you imagine? A lot of people agree with this and they think it's a good idea. I've seen extremists, especially right-wingers, that thinks this is a good idea for the government, okay? Not your mommy, not your daddy, not your friend, the government, the people in power, to monitor how much you play video games, because they care about you. And my question is this, right? If a government is really that invested into what you do in your free time, think about all the other things they must be invested in. What happens in your real life. And again, the government doesn't know who you are. They don't know you. They don't even know your name. But this idea that they actually care and no, the government is compassionate. You find more love in the hands of the government than you do at your mother's bosom. This is the mentality that some people in the West have. And it's just bizarre. You don't know what you're wanting. You don't know what you asked for. Jesus. I wish these people would spend I don't know, 5 years in China. More than 5 years would be cruel. For a Westerner, the Chinese people, they're used to it. You ease into it, as they say. For a Westerner, it would be shocking. And not in the capital or anything. No. More of a rural area. More, where tourists usually don't go. That would be a nice place. But yeah, again, in conclusion, I like the fact that Valve is doing this. I mean, Valve is not a woke company. They don't pretend to be woke. So if you don't pretend to be woke and you're just a company out there making money, by all means, sell to China. You're not a hypocrite. Blizzard is a hypocrite by doing this. So I'm fine with Valve. But the fact that they're spreading now a client for China and a client for international, that's great, because it means games like Three Kingdoms aren't going to have to censor themselves for the West. Look, I don't live in China. I don't want Chinese censorship in the West. All right? If you want to sell to China, by all means, censor. But censor for them, not for us. Is that too much to ask? Is it wrong to ask, though? Like, that's not... But anyway, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.